want to know when you start those.
They're started.
Okay.
Yeah, go check Kick, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.
Facebook, yes.
Cool. I just gotta start up TikTok.
Yes.
Cool. On YouTube, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
What am I looking up? Twitch?
Yeah, just Twitch and Kick.
It's kick.com.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm gonna make this is gonna be a soda can holder. This is the size of a soda can. So I'm gonna go in. Pencil's not working. I might need your pencil, Katie. Never mind, I'm good. Alright, so I'm gonna add another cylinder. This is what I'm gonna start with.
What is the name on Twitch?
My name, Billy Hooper.
You're not coming up.
Billy H386. Probably.
Yes, okay.
It's live?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I'm gonna try to keep this as...
It's working on all of them.
Alright, thank you, Katie. I want to keep this pretty close to the can, so this inner cylinder here, I'm gonna make this red, just so I can remember what this is. Let's make this non-metallic. And this one here, this will be our actual mimic can holder. And we're just gonna start like this right here. Let's use the tube tool. Let's look from the front. Let's use the tube tool to make a handle. I'm gonna use the path option on this. We're just gonna lay this out right here. I want it to kind of snap to a 90 degree right here. That way to make printing a little bit better. We should be right in the center. We're not, so let's try to line these up. And then let's center that into the can. I'm gonna hit a line so we can just go straight over. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you guys joining. Go ahead and like the live stream. Let's get some views. Let's get some people coming into the live stream. I'd appreciate any help with liking, sharing, whatever you gotta do. Alright, with this tube tool, let's bring this down a little bit. Let's bring this here. Let's go ahead and start to make this into an actual mimic. So I'm gonna validate this shape. And I'm going to voxel remesh it. This is going to give us a little bit more geometry on this model. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome in. And let's go ahead and start with some eyes. So I'm gonna take the clay tool and let's just start drawing on this. Probably put eyes somewhere right in here. That'll be fine. I'll put multiple, probably. It's gonna be too big. Let's use a smaller brush. And let's just kinda do that. Let's make a mouth. That would be good to start. Bigger eyebrows. A little bit of a nose right here so we can kind of pull this out. I'm gonna use the drag tool. Welcome in everybody. Appreciate all the likes, thank you guys. And for the nose here, I'm gonna drag this out right here. We're gonna add some teeth here in a moment. But first, let's kind of make the mouth. Let's voxel remesh this, add some more geometry again, and we're gonna smooth this out, get rid of some of all the jaggedness. Whoops, let's not do that on the bottom. There we go. Let's just smooth right in here, everything we've sculpted in. let's go ahead and go into the scene menu, click add, and we're gonna add another sphere. This is gonna work as the eyeballs. We're gonna have to scale this way up. Let's go ahead and get some eyes in. I'll probably do multiple eyes, more than just 2, but let's start with just 2. And we're gonna mirror this to the other side. This will let me understand where all of the shapes need to be, so I can kind of bring out the eyes right here. I can kind of bring this up here. Not even that much, just like a little. That'll be good. Let's use the crease tool right here in the eye. Kind of crease that there and there, make it very sharp. Use the drag tool. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you all joining. If you don't mind liking the live stream, sharing it, if you tap and hold on the screen, it will let you share that live stream to all of your friends if you are over on TikTok. Alright, so I'm gonna drag these eyes down, make these very menacing. We'll bring the eyebrows in over here. What app? Hey the girl, this app is called Nomad Sculpt. It's on iOS and Android. Alright, let's go ahead and add some teeth and a tongue. So I'm going to start with the tongue. Let's use the tube tool with the path option. And we're just going to lay this out here, move it into the proper location. I'm going to turn, oh, sorry guys. I'm going to turn on my profile. That's going to turn it from a cylinder to a square, and I can change that profile to be something else. I have this shape preset. This is what I use for tongue shapes. I'm going to twist this to flip it the other way. And now we can change the radius of all of this to make it look like an actual tongue. We're going to make that whole thing skinnier probably. Less sharp at the end, and we'll kind of fix that as we go. Let's go ahead and add some variation into this. So I'm gonna add a cylinder here at the base. This is gonna work as a platform because I want to make sure that this tongue is basically right at the base of where the cup is. We want it to go all the way to the ground for 3D printing purposes. And it can come back up, that's fine. But we want something like this, I think. And then I can twist, and we can twist this a little bit this way. Yeah, we'll twist it right here, twist it back this way, and then twist it this way. That'll be fine. Welcome guys, appreciate the likes, thank you everybody. Appreciate all the help getting the live stream seen. Let me know if music's too loud or anything. I don't really know where exactly it's set at and whether it's too loud or not. Alright, so I'm going to go into my topology menu, these 3 dots here. Let's turn up division X, and that's going to add some geometry in here so it just looks a lot smoother. You can see when it's really low, it looks very voxely. You can see all the cubes. Whereas if you turn up that division X, it's going to start to smooth everything out. So we'll leave it right about there for now. I'm going to valid, actually let's leave it there for now. Let's go ahead and fix up the mouth, make it much better. So let's drag this around. We can fix the eyes later too. So let's, there we go. Just kind of push everything around. I'm gonna use the clay tool, and we're gonna kind of go in here and actually start to define some of this so we know what we're looking at. We're gonna have to make sure we don't get too close to that can, because we don't want to like rip into the can so that there's a complete hole in there. We don't want that. Alright, let's drag this over some, the mouth. I think that'll be good. Let's add the teeth. So I'm gonna use the tube tool here with the path option, and the teeth go in really quick once you get a couple out there. So we're just gonna lay a path right here. And I'm gonna use the radius here so that we can make it thicker at the start and thinner at the bottom. See how it kind of sharpens out into a point? I don't want it too much. We're gonna make that actually till 3 dots are showing so we can make it thicker right in there. And let's turn on B-spline. That'll be good. Now we might need to make everything a little closer together so that when we 3D print this, it's not just floating in the air and it's connecting to the tongue or something. We'll have to figure that out. I'm not trying to exactly copy this. We just want it to be reminiscent. We just want to mimic monster type deal. AJ, thank you for sharing the live stream. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. We're gonna clone this and move it over. Let me see something. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue to move these around. Push these back. There we go. I might scale them down a little bit more so that we could get more teeth. Then again, maybe that's okay. Yeah, maybe that's fine, and we'll just bring the mouth back more, I think. We can clone and bring more out. Yeah, let's just bring the mouth back more. So we'll start coming over here. We'll go like behind the eye. I like that a lot, actually. We're gonna clone this, bring it over some more. Let's go ahead and move this up. Awesome. I like that. Let's use the clay tool. Let's start getting some like grooves in here. I don't really want to do this in symmetry, but we can always break symmetry later. It's good to just kind of start and not worry too much about that. Just kind of get some like variation in this. Some texture. We're going to use the crease tool too. So we'll start with this, but I'm going to use the crease tool on this. That's going to really start to add a lot of definition and give you all kinds of variability and everything. It'll kind of make it come alive once we start using the crease. But we'll just start with this. There Alright, let's go ahead and validate the tongue. I'm gonna use the inflate on it right here at the base, at the start. I want to inflate this and just kind of make it thicker. Let's use a lower intensity so it's not so aggressive. Then we'll do the same all the way out to the end. Let's voxel remesh it. And let's smooth out the tip of the tongue here so that it sort of rounds out at the end. Like that. Let me look at music. Music stopped. There we go. Alright, let's, on the tongue, we can do something awesome. Let's use the stamp tool and let's select a alpha map here. Welcome in, guys. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna collapse all these menus real quick. There's a lot. Let me collapse these. We're gonna need to get a scales alpha texture. So I'm gonna go look in my skins and scales folder right here, and we've gotta have something that works good. Let's try this. Don't quite like that. Let's not do that one. Welcome in, guys. Let's see what what's this look like? No. Don't like that. Those are all way too aggressive. This might work. Yeah, that might work. Let's not do it so aggressive. Let's scale this down, the whole alpha map. Let's scale that down. Yeah, so they're smaller, less intense. And then we'll just do this, basically. I like that. Welcome, guys. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the likes and everything. Thank you for the shares on the live stream. Alright, should I add more eyes? Kind of feel like yes. I don't want to copy this though. I don't want to exactly copy this. Already I'm pretty okay with this, but we're gonna continue on a little bit. I want to do a little bit more. We made quick work of it. Let's add some more teeth, and then we're gonna have to figure out how exactly we want the teeth to get in there, because when we're 3D printing this, if we're gonna do it in filament, whenever you have a ton of hanging edges like the teeth here, so you'll see if you're printing from the bottom up, if these aren't touching something, then we're gonna have a lot of problems, honestly. But I think if I make them either touch the back of the mouth, like a couple of these are, how they're touching back here, that won't be an issue because it's not printing in the middle of the air. So that should be fine. We just have to be very cautious and conscious of that. Alright, I wonder what happens if I take the mouth back more. Does that look good? Or does it start to look bad? Let's try it out. So we have that. What happens if I take the clay tool and I kind of eat into the side of this a little bit more? I think it looks fine. I don't know if it looks better like this, or how far back can I drag this before it starts to look bad is the question. Because I think the further back the better, so long as it's not ugly. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Welcome in. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna be the limit there. And I want to try to take the crease tool. Let's try to kind of crease this up. See what happens if we do one of these. I like that a lot. Alright, so let's move the teeth. we can kind of bring this out. We're going to add a lot of gums into the teeth. And we're going to add quite a lot of variability. Again, all the teeth touching is going to be very beneficial. So we're gonna go and look at that, make sure that's what we're doing. We'll bring some of these a lot lower, and we're gonna make some of them a lot longer, just so they're very different from each other. Maybe we'll even change the direction that they're moving, but it's not. What are you talking about, Marine? The app is called Nomad Sculpts. Oh, are you talking about this too far back? You don't think it's too far back? What's going on, Doodle? How you doing, man? Good to see you. It's not ugly. I appreciate you. Doodle, I'm making a can holder. Mimic can holder. I'm going to start focusing on a lot of things that people can print. And I'm going to start pushing the Patreon in the direction of, tabletop stuff people want to print, pretty much. I'm just using this as reference. This is somebody's that they're selling on Etsy, but mine will just be free, part of the Patreon. You got other ideas for me, Doodle? What else should I be doing after this? That looks tough. Thank you, Julia. Alright, let's keep going on this. So, let's go ahead and work on the lips a little bit. I'm gonna inflate. Yeah, let's inflate around the teeth. And add some gums. Let's, actually, before we do that, let's voxel remesh at a higher resolution. Get this looking pretty good. And now we're gonna take the clay tool. And we can add some gums into this. There we go. Let's see how this works. I'm gonna have to go in with the crease tool after this and just kind of make sure that things are lining up. I'm gonna inflate a little bit more so we have an actual defining lip, and then I'm just gonna crease in between the teeth and make sure everything is kind of giving proper curvature, just so like it's curving in the right way and looks appropriate. I'm gonna have to fix right there. Might bring these teeth a little closer or just up the radius. Just so they don't quite look like buck teeth. Alright, let me go in here. And I'm gonna inflate now. Let's try to inflate around right here. This is gonna kind of define that gum line. And then I'm gonna crease. This is what I was talking about. I know I wasn't too clear about it. I'm gonna crease right at the top of the gum line. In order to do that, let's go into the tool settings and turn on a lazy rope stabilizer so we can get a nice clean brush stroke. And a smaller radius brush. Let's go ahead and crease right in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's go ahead and smooth this out. Let's drag this down a little bit. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate y'all being here. Let's smooth out the gum line. And if you guys have any suggestions for this sculpt, I would love to hear it. Feel free to make any suggestions. We're gonna smooth this out a bit. We want it to blend in. And then I would like to go around the eye a little bit, probably. I think we could really get a lot done if we go around the eye and sharpen that up, add some details in there. Soto, what's up, Jason? How you doing, man? Alright, let's go ahead and clay this up. I'm here on Facebook because of you, Jason. You convinced me. I'm on each platform now. Oh, a different view. Hey, Bits, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm using TikTok Live Studio, and I'm also streaming over on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. Alright, so let's see here. What do I want to do? Let's go around the eyes. Let's do that. So let's add some in here. Bring this down. Let's crease on the top side of the eyebrow. There we go. That's nice. Let's maybe bring this in a little bit. I just shared. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Jason. It's dope. Let's bring this in a bit, as much as I can without getting too close to that can. Jason, so this is going to be a can holder. This is like a standard soda can size right here, and essentially it's just going to be like a sleeve for a soda can for people who really just any tabletop game, like if you're going around hanging out with friends, just something cool to have. Yeah, Bits and Pieces, TikTok Live Studio. It's offered to some people on TikTok when you're live streaming. Not everybody has access to it, but when you're in your live stream panel, you should see a little slider that says how you want to live stream, like from your camera, from TikTok Live Studio, or if you want to do like mobile gaming. You'll pretty much have to be invited by TikTok. There's no other way to get it. So I'm gonna make these eyes. I just want some kind of something to go off of here. So I'm gonna make those black. I might want them to be a little smaller, I think. Let's go into the clay tool. It's kinda, no, I don't like that. We might just have to move them. Let's see if I add like an eyelid. Let's see if an eyelid looks good. So if we kind of add that there, and then crease this, and then we can click sub on the crease tool so that we can bring this to a point around the eye. And if I kind of do that and then move this around some, wonder if that's gonna look good. Okay, cool. It just looks different. Yeah, no worries, Doodle. I'll see you in a bit, man. Appreciate you guys being here. Hey Bits, is the music like to my voice, how you can actually hear me, is that okay or is it too loud? I just want to make sure I have that set properly. Let's move this in this way as much as we can without cutting into that eye. And then let's move this down. Looks like we severely, let's get rid of the eyelid. We severely need to scale down the eyes here. So let's move them out. I mean, not the eyes, the like actual physical eyeballs. Those need to get scaled down, and they just got to get put in the proper location. That's a lot better right there. can push it in a little bit more. And now we can maybe scale it up a little bit if we want. Yeah, that's better. It's perfect. Awesome, man. Thank you. You don't hear music? So you're like sharing? Yeah, I'm sharing my iPad. I'm doing like a screen capture basically of my iPad. Yeah, the music's there. I don't know why you can't hear it. It's just in the background. Maybe it's getting filtered out. Over on TikTok. I'll have to look at that later. Let's use the drag tool. Move this down. Make it more aggressive. It's definitely more aggressive. I like that, but we have to fix some stuff. This needs to come way in. You see how far this is out? That's just not okay. We gotta bring that in and wrap it into the head. That's better. We need to bring this out right here. We'll get those shapes right. I'm not too worried about it. Let's smooth this out. That's gonna help if I smooth this out. And then if I kind of add a little bit of a bottom eyebrow here. So I've got this here. If I just kind of extend this and then make this a little more aggressive of a bone right there. Or maybe a little bit of creasing will help instead. So if I just kind of crease right here. Actually, a crease this way is nice. That's good. Want to make tumbler sleeves? That'd be awesome. Yeah, you can essentially do the same thing. You're just gonna need your size of the tumbler like this, and then once you have it, what I would do, just go in Tinkercad. That's what I did. Go in Tinkercad, put in those dimensions. So like this is the dimensions of a can right here. It's like 2.6 inches in diameter and 4.8 inches high. And then just put that into Nomad Sculpt and build around it. When you're done, you can use this as a Boolean function and just cut it out of your shape. I could show you how to do that. If you're unaware how to do that, I'll happily show you. Just send me a message somewhere when you need to know that. If you don't know how, just let me know. Huge. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. No worries, Spitz. Trying to get the music back up. Welcome in, guys. We need to move this. I'm starting to lose it. It was good. Let me go back because it was way better. Let's see how far back until it starts to look good again. Like, that's okay. Honestly, it's probably best like right here. I think it's that upward arch that's important. So I think this upward arch looks really good right here. And then we kind of just need to fill this in, I think. let's crease this. I think I might try, let me give this a shot real quick. Let's clone this eye. I'm going to change the color just to a white so we can see. It should be cloned. Yep. Alright, let's scale the whole thing up. And then let me go ahead and validate this shape and trim this out. So we're gonna trim out I think that's good. How's the ooze monster coming? Get out of here, Brian. Very good. I'll be honest, I completely forgot about that. Hey, appreciate the follow, Jeffrey. Thank you. Happy to have you here, man. Yeah, I haven't even started, man. You know the answer to that. I legit forgot all about that until you just said something. Alright, let me try. So this is good. Let me go into the split tool. Right here. And let me split this into two pieces. This top one and this bottom one now. That way I can move these independently. And I'm gonna move this eyelid we just made. Let's try arcing it up and seeing what kind of effect that gives us. I think I like that. Let's go to the bottom one. Let's try to bring this closer into the eye. That'll help. Then probably down here, if we can bring this closer into the eye right here. And then we can adjust accordingly with this. So we can add some material here. Let me smooth this out. Let's smooth this down here too. Actually, let's not smooth that. That looks like it kind of needs to be there. Let's crease right in here. Underneath the eye. That's good. Actually, I like this too. If we kind of gives it like a cheek. And then I feel like maybe inflating at the bottom. Definitely not that. What if we inflate like right here? That kind of gives it some character. I don't want to overdo it, but if we like inflate this, I think that's nice. Let's see if we drag this over this way. Or pinch this in. Nope, none of that. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna select these eyelids and the face, the rest of the body. Let's voxel remesh these together. And let's smooth around this. Let's try to voxel remesh again. I'm trying to fix this little hole right there. That's better. Turn off relax. Alright, what's going on here? This is being mirrored. We don't want this to be mirrored. There we go. And a little creasing is going to go a very far way, I think. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you joining in. There we go. Alright, let's move on. Let me make sure we're in symmetry, because it looks like I lost symmetry. We got it back, we're good. There we go. Make it just a little more monstrous. Let's crease this back. So I like this. Let's change a couple things. Just trying to see what looks good and what doesn't. So this looks good, but now we need to make sure we're keeping this kind of nose bridge right here. So let's go ahead and re-crease this in. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you being here. That'll be good. Let's smooth out towards the top. I don't know, I'm just not liking it as much as I did with the other way I had it. But there is something I can do that I know I will like more. This looks better. Yeah, this looks better like this. Let's go ahead and clay this down here. I think this looked good when I did this. Alright, let's add some teeth on the bottom Let's not get too carried away. Let me move the tongue a little bit. I'm gonna use my move tool with a big radius brush. Let's move that down off of these teeth. And let's take these two front teeth. I'm gonna take them out of symmetry here in a moment. We really want to break symmetry with this sculpt. That'll just make it look a lot better if it's not in complete symmetry. Take this tooth, we're gonna clone it, and we're gonna bring that straight down and rotate it. Bring this over. Let's clone this again. Wonder if we can get some underneath here. Like if I can get this looking good. If I kind of make it like creeping out from underneath the tongue. I think we can. I think we can get this looking pretty good. And then I can kind of drag the tongue up and around this. Like if I just kind of, yeah, one of those. So that it's like almost pushed around the tongue and I can crease around it. That'll be good. Let's take this side, let's move this over. And I'm gonna continue. I don't wanna get too lost. Let's go ahead and clone this other tooth right here. Move it over. I'm going to bring it down some. I want a back row of teeth also. Definitely make these very different in location. Just because they're not supposed to be all the same. So I'm going to space this one pretty far apart. Here we go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks for all the likes, guys. Let's go ahead and clone, move it over, take a step back, see how many we need to be getting in here. Clone it again. Let's just get them all in real fast. Clone them all. Clone. I like that there's kind of like a underbite. I actually like that. Move this over this way. Alright, now we can make them all pretty different. Just different in size. How they bend. Like all of that. I think this one going way up into there is cool. I like that. Yeah, we're definitely gonna bring this way up here. I just think that's pretty nice. Welcome in, guys. Appreciate you joining. Let's make more teeth at the top here. We're going to take the clone function on the gizmo tool and let's just clone this up. I'm going to scale down the radius just a little. We don't want to overdo that. And I want to make sure, again, because I'm going to 3D print this, I want this to kind of be touching down here. I don't want it to just be floating in the air. We definitely don't want that. get one more tooth. We're missing one right here. That's good. Alright, what else should be done? Does anyone see anything else I should do to this? What should change? Where could use more detail? I don't want to just leave it so basic. I definitely don't want to leave it this basic. I wonder how hard it would be to get this mouth to open up a little bit more without misaligning all of the teeth. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. Welcome in, guys. But I think it could really benefit from opening up. Let's select all of these bottom teeth. So let's select this, this. Let's move it all down. I think it really benefits from doing this. Pretty sure. What do you guys think? Is it worth doing or no? I think if I do it right, use that drag tool again. Let's do a larger brush. Let me take the mask, select mask, wherever that is, there it is. Let's lasso out the top of the mouth. That way I don't move any of that. And then we can maybe select right here. Let's drag this out now with a pretty wide brush. Lower intensity. Yeah, I mean, I just think it benefits. Just all around. Being this much more open. It also gives us more space to do more stuff with teeth. Welcome in, everybody. I could maybe squish this in. Let's use the move tool on this. I could maybe squish it in a little. so it's not like coming out. I actually think that looks a lot better too. We just got to be careful of getting too thin on the Coke can. We don't want to do that. Yeah, let's do it this way. I think this is gonna be where I leave it. We can move the tongue down. Let's do it this way. That'll be good. Let's move this back. Move that tooth in. Gonna have to charge my phone. Welcome in, everybody. Here, let's get this a lot lower. Probably gonna have to scale down some of these teeth too, I think. And we can change the position of a lot of this now. Just so it's much more variable, I think. Because we have teeth going like in every direction now, which is pretty nice. It looks a lot better. Welcome in, everybody over on TikTok. YouTube, welcome. All right, much nicer. I like it. Let's go ahead onto this. Let's clear the mask. So let's get rid of that mask. We're going to clay. Let's clay around the teeth so we can make all this wrap around. Add kind of like a gum line. Let's smooth. We're gonna smooth all this. And we can go and add that detail back in. We're not too worried about all that right now. All that can get fixed. All this. We need to fix where it's, yeah, where that can is peeking through. We gotta make sure we fix all that. Gotta make sure we fix all this in here. Probably am gonna go into the teeth and inflate. I think that's probably gonna be the best way to go about it. And just inflating back behind here. Because I can see that there's a lot of empty space if you see in here. And we need to fix all that. We can't have all that. However, let's crease right here. Bring that to a point. Looks like we broke this. down at the end. Let's do a shorter radius and we won't break it. Let's smooth in here. Appreciate you all watching. If you are enjoying the live stream and you want to see more content like this, give me a follow or subscribe depending on where you are. Would appreciate that, guys. Let's move the teeth in, I think. If we're just looking from the side, yeah, I don't want to make this any wider right here. So let's bring these front teeth in. In fact, I might want to lose some of this width over here. Just looking from this side, I might want to bring this in a little. And then bring the teeth in accordingly. It might be a little better, I think. Let's bring these out. And we're gonna make the mouth catch right here. So we'll drag this little area out on this tooth. Wonder what happens if I crease in here, if this looks any good or not, like on the individual teeth. It does. What is that all about? Time is 11:40. I'm gonna have to go to bed here very soon. This is probably pretty close to finished, I think. No, I don't like that. What if it's something like this? I don't like that either. I think we're fine like that. More eyes. I think adding more eyes will help. Making these bigger too. Alright, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end it here because it's getting pretty late. I gotta go get to bed. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not followed, drop a follow. I'll be back on probably tomorrow. Alright guys, I will see you.